And now to look ahead to this weekend's matchup, we welcome in our Cuse Countdown analysts Kevin Case and Bailey Lipschultz. Now, Syracuse has had 2 weeks since that Villanova game to work out some of the problems, and on Saturday head to Central Michigan. The Chippewas may not be in a Power 5 conference, but they did play Purdue last weekend and won 38-17 at Purdue. So, focusing first on Syracuse, though, with the bye week, you've had 2 weeks of practice. If you're Coach Schaefer, what has been your main point to your team?
Well, if I'm Coach Schaefer after that week, I'm looking at my big guys down low, and I'm focusing on the point of attack. I want my big guys to block a little better, get downfield. They couldn't dominate the line of scrimmage against an FCS team like Villanova. If you take out that 65-yard run by PTG, the offense, 33 carries for just 71 yards. That's unacceptable for me.
It's unacceptable in the trenches, but the worst part of that showing for Syracuse was that you let Johnny Robertson, a quarterback for Villanova who wasn't highly recruited out of high school, throw for 199 yards on you and rush for 115 yards. You're just simply missing tackles downfield and in the backfield. You should be able to sack a guy like Robertson, who's not the biggest guy, a little bit elusive, but going forward, you're playing a guy like Jameis Winston later on in the year. It's terrifying what he's going to do to the Syracuse Orange in a quarter versus a whole game.
Now moving to the offensive side of the ball, Syracuse in past years had a pretty balanced attack between rushing and throwing. Last year that was highlighted by Jerome Smith, obviously. The team looking to Prince Tyson Gully to hopefully fill in that hole. What do you guys think he'll be able to do this season?
Prince Tyson Gully the last couple years really ran on the coattails of Jerome Smith. Jerome Smith carried the bulk of the carries on first and second down, let Prince Tyson Gully come in and mix it up on third down, maybe catch a screen or two. Prince Tyson Gully cannot be the premier back in the Syracuse Orange offense. He's a good mix-it-up, as I said, but he cannot be your guy on first, second, and third down who's going to carry this team, especially when you're not seeing much production from Terrell Hunt.
Well, I'm willing to give Prince Tyson Gully a little more time, but, I still have that performance from the 2012 Pinstripe Bowl in the back of my mind. 200-plus yards, 3 touchdowns. I think that dynamic player is in there somewhere. I'm not sure if he can get it done as a primary back, but we'll have to see.
Syracuse has a lot of running backs in this offense, so they might have to rely on spreading it out as the season progresses. Time will tell. Now, focusing on the matchup this weekend, though, Syracuse heading to Central Michigan. What can fans expect to see on the field this weekend?
Well, I think, unfortunately, fans can expect another close game. Central Michigan obviously just got that good win over Purdue, 38-17 in Indiana. They have some big guys up front, a good running back from Michigan who just transferred in for his senior year. He had 150 yards last week. I see a close game.
Going into the season, Orange fans were banking on a big win against Villanova and a big win against Central Michigan. This week, especially with that poor showing, I feel like it's going to be a lot of punting and a lot of slow play, just milking that clock, and then eventually you're going to see a close game at the end of the game.
So another nail-biter, not great for the health of Syracuse fans. Thanks for joining us, guys.